Hey guys, Player here, and today I'm bringing you some new gameplay with Valhalla Cyberpunk Bartender Action. Now I've actually played this game once before in the past, but forgotten some of it and thought that it'd be nice to revisit the absolute beauty of this game. For those of you that don't know, Valhalla is a game where you play as a bartender in a dystopian city, delving into the customers' lives and even of the life of the main character. And as the story progresses, the decisions you make ultimately influence the end result of this game. And without further ado, let's see what Valhalla is all about. Alright. Thank you for playing Valhalla. This game is best played getting comfortable, grab some drinks, some snacks, and enjoy. You know what? Might take them up on their offer and grab myself a good drink. Be right back. Alright, so I got myself with me my usual bourbon and coke, and now let's get right into the video. Alright, so now we're presented with the main, I guess, scene that you'll usually see throughout Valhalla, is the bar. Alright, so what's going on here? Whoa, all up in here. Anna, how is that for an entrance? Come on Joe, look sharp. The game's starting and the player needs a good first impression of its main character. This is some groundbreaking fourth wall breaking if I say so myself. Oh. But remember, life is 90% how you take it. Stay focused and look at the brighter side of things. Well, she's not wrong. I mean, if you're always deep down in regret and despair in most of your life, it's not a fun ride. I've no idea what the brighter side is, but you should totally find it. Thanks, Anna. Parcel? What are we getting? What are we getting? A dream. X'd it out. Chapter 1 Primera. Your membership to Shining Fingered will automatically renew on the 17th. Make sure your account at least has 800 bucks. Wait, Shining Fingered? Is that Steins Gate reference? If any of you have watched Steins Gate, you'll know what I mean. Let's see, what do we got here? Oh, the memories. I can't change anything. Damn it. Alright. 4. So 4 is Jill's cat, for those of you who haven't played it before. So who was that letter from? Nobody, says Jill. Well, we for sure know who it is from. But for now, I think we'll just head to work. Words I never thought I'd say before. Good evening. Ah, hey there, Jill. Oh, hey, John. When will you admit you have a John face, Gil? When you let people call you Jules? Quiet. Yeah, I feel very distracted. Where's boss? Dunno, she went out to buy some stuff and... You hear what I just told you? You said something? Me in a nutshell. Yes, you look very distracted. Very, very distracted. It's nothing, I'm just thinking about... stuff. What stuff? Well, I have to pay rent by the 30th, which is always stressful, and... There's also the fact that I spent a full hour yesterday apparently talking to myself. No, who doesn't? I'm not healthy, but you know, who doesn't? Not to mention the fact that 2 days ago I found out the bar is at risk of closing. Ooh. So not only is my life being shaken up, I'm apparently going crazy. Well, you're not the only one, darling. On top of that, neutering 4 left me with a complete empty wallet, and I'll get evicted if I miss rent again. Well, there's all the beer cans around. Jesus, Jill. Actual alcoholic. Not that I can talk. Jill. Sorry, did you say something? Can you really work today? Oh. Of course I can. Let's go through the basics then, shall we? Just in case. If you can make a piano man, I'll skip the rest, but bear with me for a second here, okay? Yeah, you guys bear with me too, you know? Let's start with a sugar rush. Look for the recipe using the navigation bar in the recipe book. That will show up on the top left. Drag the desired amount of ingredients from the cells on the right to the shaker in the center. Alright then. When done, press the mix button and then press it again to stop mixing. Click the serve button or the drink itself to serve it, and that'll be all. Oh, but if the drink looks messed up, you'll need to press the reset button and try again. Oh, that reminds me, the amount of times I had to use the reset button in this game when I first started, phenomenal. But here's hoping I don't mess up too bad this time. You can press reset at any time, even while the shaker is moving. Don't be afraid to use it. Go, I'm the one that went through the formal BTC instruction. Then there should be no problem. Lasai. Sugar Rush or Piano Man? Alright, let's give him Piano Man. 2-aldehyde. Oh, I need to turn my DPI down. Holy shit. 3 Bronson extracts. 5 powdered. Delta. 5. Whoa. 4, 5. Flanagide. And 3 Carmetrine. 3. All on the rocks. And serve. There we go. Well. We got through the first drink of the series, ladies and gentlemen. Or Apache attack helicopters, that's how you like to identify yourself. Now, let's get working. Oh god. Make any drink big by doubling the amount of ingredients. But if the recipe already has over 10 ingredients, the drink is already big. Okay. So those little rectangle things, if it's shaded inside, that means it's big. And if a recipe says it uses optional carmetry, it means you can use none or fill it to the brim. So we can get these guys fucked up. Like, pretty fucked up. I mean, you'll see later on, but that's what he means. Carmetrine is the alcoholic factor in a drink. It doesn't change the taste, but the amount still has an effect. If you add too much of it, the client will get drunk faster, so please be mindful of that. Oh, be mindful. Are you done with the exposition? Now I am, yeah. Oi guys. Alright boss. Eh? Who's that? Oh no, found her while I was out shopping. Why bring her here? Well, it was either leave her outside at the mercy of society's finest, or bring her unconscious body in here. It's going to make such a ruckus when she wakes up, you know that. You know, who just doesn't grab unconscious people off the street, you know? That's up for you to deal with. I'll be in my office. can't just push that responsibility onto us. We have work to do, damn it! Urgh. There are two of you. Believe in yourselves. Asterix, sigh asterix. Do you think Chief knocked her out? Nah, that's unlikely. She'd be crying about it, or taunting us if that were the case. And it's not like her to pick on such a small girl. At least not unprovoked. Yeah, you're right. We'll just need to keep it quiet. She seems to be sleeping just soundly, not comatose. Alrighty then, time to start the night. Hey, start working while you go clean the bathroom. Come again? Well, you spent the whole weekend and Monday doing God knows what. We've had some interesting clients come in. Dogs. Lots of them. You're joking. Gil, you've known me for how long now? Do I look like the kind of woman who would make a joke like that? Well, So, as punishment for leaving me to deal with all of that on my lonesome, you'll be in charge of cleaning the bathrooms. Have fun! Just that. Fine, see no problem. Where's the cleaning stuff? Here. You brought that from home, didn't you? That I did. Fine. Well, these two look like they get along like a couple of old chums. Instead of lying, let's play some music on the new jukebox. Oof. This model needs to have all of its 12 slots filled with songs before it can start. I wonder what was the logic behind that decision. 2069, nice. Oh, I gotta have the mascot song. Right, let's go. Hey, you owe me a beer. Oh, sure, right on it. He wants a beer. He looks like quite the big guy, though. Okay, so that's leading me to believe he wants a large one. Now, for large, we have to double up on the ingredients. So 2, 4, 2, 4. Yeah, that's a lot of commentary. Holy shit. All mixed. So, thanks, I guess. You're lucky I was in here meeting close by. This hellhole could certainly use a presence like mine. Although, to be fair, work has taken me to worse hellholes, like New Jersey 3. Now, I'm not American, so I'm not gonna pretend like I understand what he's talking about, so you guys can interpret that for yourself. Huh? What kind of work do you do, mister? Donovan. You're talking to Donovan D. Dawson, chief editor and owner of the Augmented Eye. Looks like he wants pictures of Spider-Man while he's at it too. Nothing gets published there without my blessings. It seems like the kind of guy I'd like to work under. The day started with quite the interesting fellow, it seems. So you're the one to blame for the barrage of daily articles on Alice Rapid then? Oi, people love those articles. They love reading about that urban legend. Can you blame them? The idea of some wildcard hacker working for their own goals and nobody else's. That's the kind of corny shit that brings the clicks from all kinds of people. Oh my god. Ah! Wait, what? Is it right click or is it? Oh, it's scroll wheel, okay. Okay, figured that out. And clicks bring money and money brings nice stuff. Stuff like cars and houses and plastic surgery for the missus and the kids. Alright. Well, I'm not complaining about the fact that you write about the hacker, just that you write about them every single day. Some of it isn't even in the news, just speculations or copycats. I can't read the newspaper's daily feed without running into at least one article about Alice Rabbit. Well, first of all, I don't write about it, my interns do. The poor bastards think it'll help make them full-time employees. I'm just capitalising on this topic while it's popular. And second, you're tired of one article about a supposed hacker, and all the daily stories about murders and other horrors? Well, I always filter out that section, and I don't want to start my day scared and bitter. I have enough pressure and problems as is. I don't need to add Glitch City's lovely citizens to the list. You're smarter than you look, kid. But if more people were like you, I'd go bankrupt from the lack of traffic. Still, maybe my job would be easier. How so? People get people get bored of a certain kind of news after seeing it repeatedly. I think he means desensitized. When I started in this job, it only took the news of some elderly woman being killed to guarantee clicks. Yeah, right. Now you need an elderly woman carrying a sick baby boy getting hit by a truck. That's not enough. They need a full sob story behind it. That's why I like those urban legends. Easy to write about. You can make up any shit you want. Spam them while they're hot. And even people like you, people who avoid the murder stories, will see them. That brings money. And like I said, money's good. Huh? Guess he does have a point. What about the opinion columns? Aren't those a good source of traffic too? Oh, I hate those brats. They just write about how they're better than everyone else. I just thought of Filthy Frank then. They might also write about how everything that likes a certain something should be sodomized. The worst part about that is they know half of our clicks come from them, so they get all diva-like on my ass. I think you're being too harsh. What about... No, wait. I was thinking of another newspaper. Yeah, the columnists on your page are annoying. See? Kid on the restaurant critic column. Shit. Forgot that brat's name. Restaurant. I believe that kid couldn't care less about his name. Anyway, his column is the least visited of the bunch. He gets less hits in the obituaries. However, he still insists that I keep paying for his adventures to outrageous restaurants. I wouldn't have any problem with that if he actually wrote about half of the places he visits. How so? He rarely writes about the places the newspaper sends him to. I've even heard he tries to get free meals by proclaiming that he's a food critic. Poor bastard only gets laughed at when he says that. I do remember some guy coming here asking for free drinks and saying he was a critic or whatever. Did he look like a fat child with a really small face? No. Wasn't this one then. Anyway, all his talks made me thirsty. Try to give me another beer this time, please. Coming right up. Beer again. This man likes his beers. They come cheaper in bulk at the store though. Oh, there's nothing like a good fucking tap beer. Double up on again. So that they're filled in the middle, that means it's a big drink. And all mixed. I like how you can just press it once and just press it like a nanosecond after and it's like, oh, done. Serve. Here you go, mate. It's the big things that make life worthwhile, ladies. What about big troubles? Did I stutter, kid? Right. So, tell me, do you see many celebrities in this hellhole? Please stop referring to this place as a hellhole. If a place smells like soap and dog piss, I'm within my constitutional rights to call it a hellhole. I'm doing my best here, thank you very much. Gillian to the rescue. Who's that? Nobody important. Oi, I heard that. Cheeky little cunt. Don't be offended by what I say, kid. I'm insulting the building, not you. You can think of it as a small hole in hell rather than a hellish hole, if you like. Charming. So, celebrities. Not really. At least, not that I know of. Why? Well, to begin with, you have a serious VIP as a client, but I don't see you losing your shit. You're not making me feel special, honey. And second, because I'm always up for gossip regarding famous people. Especially the red carpet kind of famous. Those folks people pretend to love but actually want to see fall from grace. Pretend to love? Fall from grace? Why do you think that gossip about famous people always sells? People pretend they love celebs, but what they really want to see is their idols torn down to their level. They want to see them suffer, to get their comeuppance for daring to be so much more successful than them. Nah, I think gossip is just something everyone enjoys, but nobody wants to admit to enjoying. You thought wrong. But even if you were right, it wouldn't change the fact that people love that kind of stuff. They want to escape their lives by living somebody else's. Sadly, I fail to see the appeal in that whole thing. What do I care if this guy I saw in some random movie was wearing socks with sandals, or if they're dating God knows who? Granted, socks with sandals is practically a public indecency, but still. Well, you see a lot of that round Logan. If you know, you know, you Aussie bastards. Oh, please. Actually, Ashes too. If you're watching this, watch out. Oh, please. As a bartender, I bet you have a strong voyeuristic streak. Your kind always loves to hear that stuff. Just like hairdressers. This sounds hypocritical coming from you. Even if that's the case, I don't sensationalize what people do. I don't make it more than that person you know from the TV acts like a human. Sensationalize is the key word here. Just the other day, I saw this committee judge bitching over what some girl was wearing to the store. No matter what you say, these people don't exist solely to entertain the public. This problem exists because they're the ones constantly cultivating the idea that they're perfect and untouchable. Going to exotic locales, dressing in elegant ways, indulging in every luxury they can think of. All that just leaves the public craving for these little moments when they make a mistake and fall to their level. Can't say that's a lie, but sometimes the crowd just wants to see they're a human. Hey, that dude that plays a nice guy is indeed a really nice guy. To be fair, the gossip articles don't help. Sensationalizing everything. Feels like they're investigating behavior that shouldn't even be acknowledged in the first place. You like your big words, eh, brat? Well, two can play that game of... Hey, you're a bartender, right? No, I'm a lab rat hell-bent on world conquest. Sarcasm is real, ladies and gents. Sarcasm wastes my time, my money, and your energy. Refrain from using it, please. Anyway, I just realised that a bartender like you must have heard quite a few stories in her career. Talk about changing topics. Maybe. Why? Wouldn't you like a column talking about those? I bet that would sell quite well. It would be like that priest who published confessionary stories and then got excommunicated by and lynched. People usually tell me all this stuff because they know I'm just a simple bartender. A personal stranger of sorts. We could have you ghostwriting. Half of our staff do that. They do. You don't really think that Lana Smithy is just one person, do you? Figures. Anyway. Eventually, the people from the stories would know it's them and blame me. Not only would that hurt us as a business, it would hurt me. I really like hearing clients rant about their lives. Oh, and it would hurt the clients too, I guess. Well, if you ever retire, that offer is waiting for you. Yeah, like you'll remember me 2 weeks from now. Sure. You want another drink, Mr. Donovan? Mr. Donovan. Mr. Donovan. Did I say something wrong? Not at all. I just really like the sound of that. Mr. Donovan. Mr. Donovan. Is it really that special? At work, everyone calls me Mr. Dawson or Boss. Boss is just a title, it's too personal and cold. It is. Mr. Dawson was my father and my grandfather. It's too general, but Mr. Donovan. That's more like it. They're referring to me, not the man in front of them. Not to my family, not to my position as boss. To me. Do you want your employees to get personal with you, Mr. Donovan? Oh, gods no. But I want them to fear me. Not because I'm their boss or the name appearing in their paychecks, but rather because I strike mortal dread into them. Oh, that's great. Starting tomorrow, I'm gonna make everyone call me that. Oh yeah, you're asking something. What was it? Drink. Another one. Do you? Ah, yes, yes. You know what? Third time's a charm. Give me a beer. Alright. One beer coming right up. God, I need to start remembering the ingredients to these. I'm gonna... boil those, and a lot of alcohol in that. And mix. Ta-da! Only mixed for like a millisecond. One beer. Here's hoping I don't pass out. Cheers. Enjoy. Say kid, does this bar have any investors? He didn't call it a hellhole. Well, colour me surprised. There was some bloke named Sven that wanted to give us money if we stamped his face all over the place. But aside from that, no, not really. These bars are pretty much like any fast food chain, so there are no local investors. Why? Just want to let you know how lucky you bastards are. Investors suck harder than my first wife's mouth. YouTube, don't... Even though I'm not monetizing my videos, don't strike anything, please. Those bastards think they're so important because they put their money in the company. Well, that's... I mean, you give me money so you can make more. Let me do my thing and I'll give you your money. But no! They have to stick their noses and start changing the silliest of stuff. What good is it to be the boss if you still have to work for someone else? You still have to answer to unions, the government, and those kind of organizations, don't you? Yeah, but that's paperwork. I make someone else do it and call it a day. These losers ask for meetings. They start talking about stuff they don't like, stuff they found offensive. And there's always that one guy or gal that says, "Hey, why don't you do what other newspaper does?" Recently they told me that they needed more clicks. More clicks! I make sure to keep stuff spicy while still keeping production quality up, but it's never enough for them. Well, you know what? They want more clicks? I'll give them more clicks. I'll show them what happens when I do what they want and don't reject ideas. They'll know who the hell Donovan D. Dawson is. Should I be worried? Nah. At least he's paid before storming off. I wonder what happened to Sven though. Never heard from him again. Jill! Yes? What the hell happened in that bathroom? That kind of mess usually requires you to have thumbs. Crafty dogs, I tell you. You'd think their short legs would hinder them. The ceiling, the sinks, the toilets, the vents. Gil looks like he's got PTSD from that. Shh, you're like our Briar Rose over there. I won't forget this. Yurisen. Yeah. Oh, a client. Welcome to Valhalla. What can I... Big gut punch. Fast. Alright, he wants a gut punch. I'm gonna give him a gut punch, alright? Gut punch, alright. Ah. Bleh. Optional commentary. Good. All aged. Nearly missed that. And mixed. This crack house is the bar. Hellhole crack house. Smells like dog piss and soap. How the hell do you expect someone to feel comfortable in here? Ooh, sorry. Surprised you decided to come to our little crack house at all, mister. What the hell do you care? Payment registry says. Just like the sort of woman who just goes to work just, you know, to get by. Like most people, but it really shows. So for the question then, Mr. Ingram McDougal. Sorry about the smell. We're working on fixing it. There was an incident over the weekend, but it's Tuesday. Please, let me know what I can do to make your experience more pleasant regardless. If I pay you, will you come with me to a motel for a couple of hours? No, and I have no use for you beyond giving me drinks. Such pleasant clientele tonight. May I ask why you decided to come to our bar then? Somebody recommended me this place and I have absolutely no idea why she likes it. She says she's a regular here and all. Starting to doubt her taste. Regular? Can I ask who? No. You alright? I'll concede one thing. Whoever picks the music at least has decent taste. Hey Jill, where'd you put the dish soap? Gil's run out. Below the sink where it's always been. Right. Oh, a customer. Good evening, sir. Hope you enjoy your stay at Valhalla. So, any feedback you want to provide the establishment so it can enhance your own customer experience? No, nothing. That's an interesting change of heart. I can't afford to slander this place knowing she's here. You know my boss? I don't know her, but I know who she is. Dana Zane, the Red Comet. The woman who fended off mall riders all by herself, knocking them out cold one by one. Yeah, alright. That's an achievement and a title I've never heard before. I know Boss did quite a few things before opening this bar, but that sounds... Would you happen to know how she got a mechanical arm? Heard a couple of stories, but they sound too fantastical to be true. You've had an interesting change of attitude. Saw that woman take out an armed riders with her bare hands. Once you see something like that, it's hard not to keep your mouth shut in front of them. Interesting. You can relax though, I've only seen her deal with clients personally about 2 or 3 times. One involved class 5 weaponry, the other one a pickup artist, and the latest had an alpaca. An alpaca? Not really an alpaca, but there's this woman that owns a textile company. Got really drunk and started screaming she was an alpaca. She started spitting on everything afterwards. The boss had to show her the exit. I'd rather not remember that night, so let's leave it at that. Can I get you anything else? Give me a pile driver, please. Please, that's a word I haven't heard today. Coming right up. Alright. He wants a pile driver, but I honestly feel like suplexing him though. Oh, Jill. All mixed, okay. It's fine, I guess. Hey lady, have you faked an orgasm? I'm sorry, I think I heard wrong. I asked if you've ever faked an orgasm. That's a question I'm not going to answer. I'll take that as a yes. I was just thinking about how good a lie can be. I mean, even the most sincere of people lie once in a while. Lies can buy you time. Lies can make you happy. Reality will come crashing through the door eventually, but for that moment, lie can give meaning to you. Let's say lies are like your porn stash. You know they exist, but you shouldn't acknowledge them. I mean, does that mean you've really faked orgasms? Because you look like you have a lot of experience. Still, that's quite the random thought to just suddenly have. Are you perhaps lying about something right now? Not really. I was just thinking about people making polite comments about this crack house. Of course you were. Hey, I'm gonna need another drink here. Already? Don't you think you're drinking a bit quickly? That's my problem, not yours. Give me a fringe weaver. Alright. Alright, let's give him a fringe weaver. Fringe weaver. 1 aldehyde. Oh, that's a lot of alcohol in that. All aged and mixed. There we go. That's up to me. Hey lady, have you ever felt empty? Empty how? Like, hungry? No, I mean empty like there's a part of you missing. Can't say I particularly have. I just feel there's this part of myself that lacks something. An urge to get or do something that I just can't satisfy. Have you tried taking up a hobby? It might not solve your problems, but it might keep you busy enough to avoid thinking about it. Any suggestions? Well, collecting stuff, reading, bungee jumping, combat sports, exercising. That's a lot cheaper than the alternative, which is bitches and alcohol. Laughs at an alcoholic. I tried sex tourism once. It was like a bloody Russian roulette of STDs, so I left midway through. I once burned my Christmas bonus hiring 3 women for an orgy. Porn is more amusing and way cheaper. I've also hired a girl to act like my daughter for a day in 3 years in a row, yeah? For a day for 3 years in a row now. Yeah, my bad. Nothing seems to do it. Have you tried rescuing a puppy? You can't fuck puppies. At least you shouldn't. Know what you're thinking. Don't do it. Still, I'm drawing a blank then. Can't think of anything that might help. I wasn't expecting you to help me. Or to believe me. Yeah. I could have been lying through my teeth this whole time. People lie, lady. Anyway, I'm leaving now. This smell is killing me. Please come again. Don't count on it. Good. Phew. Boss, I'm gonna take my break. Alright. Wow. It's been an eye-opening experience playing this again. I'm gonna save it right there. It's now safe to keep playing. How long have I been? Alright, I might leave it there for now. Gonna second episode next week, hopefully. If I don't get too caught up in stuff. But for now, I'm gonna leave it there. This is a new series. Hopefully this starts off well. And for any people that come across my channel, please drop a like, subscribe, all that good stuff. If you didn't like it, dislike it, I don't mind. It shows me how to better make my content. But anyway, love you and leave you guys and gals, and I will see you in the next one. See you later. For those of you that don't know, Valhalla is a game where you play as a bartender in a dystopian city, delving into the lives of customers. Bark.